What's up, people? Positive Paul. It is Tuesday morning, November 10th, 2021. Well, today is kind of a solemn day. I've been waiting for, the pulsating in my ear to die down. It's getting constant. Obviously, we've over time heard about what they call sleep deprivation, and yeah, I'm probably right now I'm at that point, but it's kind of like once you get used to something, it can get aggravating and very difficult on your health too. And if you don't be careful, you can definitely get it into a situation that may become irreversible. And that's what these so-called, well, most of you want to call them gang stalkers, but they're essentially Satanists that have made a very bad decision. Now, some of them may have not known what they were getting into, but today is a strange day, November 10th. On this very day, November 10th, 1985, I had entered into the United States Marine Corps. And my sellout father, I remember, he drove me down to Newark, New Jersey, checked me in, said, "Good luck, have a good time." And that was probably one of the happiest days of his life, because that's when his job as being my handler ended. And what would happen for the rest of my life, even up to this very day, they make an effort to surround me with people somehow that, well, yes, they may be well-intentioned, they want to help, whether they know something or whatever they know, they will get to a point of indifference. Now, this is the very first clue, and this is the last time I'm going to do a video like this. For all you people that call yourself targeted individuals, or you're this gang stalking, or someone's hassling or harassing you, the first clue that you know this is actually occurring is the people around you, when you start to confide in them, they become indifferent. They do not want to acknowledge your situation. In fact, it makes them very uncomfortable. And in their little pea brains, they wish you would go away. And what happens is, the people that survive this, they don't go away. They deal with this head on and confront this issue of being surrounded by sellouts. These sad sack Satanists, these creepy chameleon Canaanites. Come on, folks, you know the drill. Dirty dog, Draco, reptoid, Hollywood hybrid hacks. So, when my father dropped me off that night in Newark, New Jersey, I had no clue on what had been done to me as a teenager. No clue about MK Ultra. No clue about anything. No satanic ritual abuse, satanic rituals, nothing. The only thing I remember is complaining early on as a kid about a wolf that I would see circling up in the ceiling Oh, you're just seeing things. Yeah, this is what they're telling, well, I guess a 7-year-old kid, because I had no childhood, no memories, very few pictures. But I remember that, and I have a lot of other odd things I never talked about. But once I got into the Marine Corps, interestingly enough, I was sent to California, Camp Pendleton, California, in Oceanside. And this would have been around the summer of 1986. And this would begin the relationship of myself with Mexico, as there were a few people of Hispanic heritage, Mexican heritage, that were in my group. The one, Louis Haro from Pasadena, who I will exclude from any of my complaints against the others. He's came down here and helped me out recently. But interestingly enough, I went through that experience, and I have some stories which I will, I guess, never get to, because there's no point that I can't get any traction as far as trying to get real legal or medical help. If you're a satanic ritual abuse survivor in my age group, remember, you're on an extermination list. The Heavenly Father is keeping you around for a reason. You understand that, and through His Word, you go through each day holding your head up, and you can clearly see who's on the level, the insanity of it all. But you learn when to quit while you're ahead, when to keep your mouth shut. But the military was interesting, and the one story I've shared is in 1988, when we went down to Nicaragua in preparation to take out Noriega. And we were the first echelon to arrive to begin to set up for what would become known as Operation Just Cause in, I think, December '89. I got out of the Marine Corps November 11th, 1989, with an honorable discharge. And little did I know that Operation Just Cause was nothing more than a group of bullies. Uncle Carl and George Bush being two of the main bullies. And remember, this satanic jambalaya stew, folks, it's a spider web. We know that. There's many people involved. But I stick to who's in my sphere, which is at the top, and that's why you're not allowed to listen to me. That's why I can't get no traction with my testimony or my story. And it breaks my heart to see. I mean, I don't know if it's cowardice or what it is, but, hey, so this is why I can't do these videos. And so we went down to Panama to a training base, I guess we had, and commenced to learn about operating in the jungles of essentially anywhere in South America, but in particular we were in Panama. And so we went through this jungle warfare training process, and I could get into stories being, they let you loose out in the jungle. You got to find your way back in the middle of the night, and you've got all these creatures running around that they show you on film not to run into, little tiny frogs that one little drop of their saliva can just put you out of your misery. On top of the snakes, folks, these lazy lying lizards. So anyway, we went down there. This is would have been early 1988. Myself personally, I took part in training some of the officers that, Sandinistas and Contras. We know what that was about, but we showed them how to shoot weapons, and some of them, man, a lot of us almost got hurt. Let's put it that way. But had I known what that was all about, I would have stood up back then. But I was apparently, I don't know what really was done to me. I got clues. I know these implants are here. I know my tooth is vibrating. I know what happened to my ankles last year. But with that being said, the one thing that makes me sad is I tried to reach out to these people that actually were part of my life. And they've known what's going on now for at least since 2017. And they've all ignored me. And one of the things I wanted to do is get money so I could try to get this one tooth pulled out where the tracking implant is vibrating. And, it's sad that I've accepted my fate. I don't wish this on anybody. But to see so many people in denial or actually been duped by the great deception, it's heartbreaking. And I'm going to wrap this up with this, because I'm disappointed in my Marine buddies, this Semper Fi, always faithful, that I can't even scrape up a couple $100 to get one of my tooth pulled due to these asshole Satanists that some of you, well, let's give an example. This Mark Wecker character, Mark Wecker. He's been in the State Department. I informed personally all these guys about being put through Satanic Ritual Abuse, MK Ultra. And I posted it on our personal 2nd Battalion 5th Marines website on YouTube, which is a private, or not YouTube, Facebook, which is a private Facebook page. And his response is, oh, thanks for letting us know. Oh, by the way, I'm a Master Mason. And then the moderator, Hartford, removed my post concerning my situation. Now, remember folks, there's no medals for being a coward. So when hell on earth arrives, which will be soon, you all think of me.